Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everyone. I am so excited to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. We've got a lot to talk about. But before I get started, I'm going to let you know a few things. First off, my merchandise is in. Woohoo! Woohoo! As you see here, the pillow that you can put on your couch, the Mona Lisa Monroe show, morning show pillow, and of course the coffee mugs or tea, whichever you prefer. And I like this one because it has the red lid. This is my favorite one. Good morning, Tanisha. How are you? And what else do I got? Oh yeah, gotta do this. T-shirts. Yes, yes, yes. We've got t-shirts. Dun, 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 dun. Yay! So we've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got pillows, and we have mouse pads for your computer. We got stuff going on right now. So I just wanted to let you guys know that we have merch for the show. And I'm so excited to tell you about the one business that I decide to spotlight before we get started on the show. I want to spotlight a business and it's called Bye Bye Belly. Bye Bye Belly. Okay. It's a it's a drink, it's a tea, it's a coffee, it's an exercise, well, not exercise, but it's a diet type thing. And you don't have to change what you eat. You just drink this detox tea, juice, or whatever the case may be, and the pounds just fall off. Now, before you guys tell me, well, where do I get it? Da 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 da. I have ordered it, so I'm going to start drinking it, and I'm going to let you guys know how to get it, of course, and all of that good stuff once I start losing the weight. So I'm going to give it a try first before I put it out there and talk any more about it. I'm just letting you guys know. Bye bye belly. I'm giving it a try. So I'm going to start it first. And then when I see it happening, I will let you guys know more about it. But it's awesome. Bye bye belly. And it said that it'll snatch your stomach. So we shall see. Okay, that's all the advertisements. Ding! Now let's get started on hot topics. Oh my goodness. If you're familiar with the show, you already know how this thing goes. Introduction. Good morning. I'm Mona Lisa Monroe. And this is the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. Welcome. And we tackle 3 hot topics. Now, sometimes we only get a chance to cover 1 or 2 if it gets really good to us. But other than that, we try to cover 3 hot topics. Good morning, Tanya. So, to get started, topic number 1. Dun, 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 dun. We're still counting votes. We're still counting votes. Can you guys believe this? We're still counting. What do you guys think about this? And not just we're counting. I'm talking about by hand. We do have another election coming up, especially here in Georgia. Don't get me wrong. We're still counting because we have another election, which I am excited about because we got to put Warnock in office. Definitely. And Asaf, I think his name is. Yes, we got to make sure these guys get in. So we're not done yet. But so was some states that had Biden winning, which is interesting. Um, but I want to know what you guys think about still counting. What is that about? Really? I mean, right now Biden has over 300 and Trump has almost 250. To me, it's over. Why are we still counting? But hey, I might have some folks that love President Trump and they want to see him get a fair shot. They want to see that happening. So we're still counting. Good morning, Frazier. Very merry, cherry, Thursday, great and sunny, folks. Okay. Okay. Good morning to you too. So that's topic number one. Red hat topic number two. Come on now. President Trump will not leave. He won't. Trump supporters, I want to hear from you. I want to hear, what do you think about him changing the process? Because let's break this down. Once you lose, whether it's who you want in there or not, you really have to concede. You have to just basically say, hey, I lost. America has spoken, and get your stuff and get to moving. I mean, that's what President Obama had to do, even though he had 2 terms. But still, President Bush, I mean, we've had some people in office that not everyone agreed with. And then when they lost, they had to go. Really? Come on. President Trump, it's really time to go. What do you guys think? If I'm wrong, let me know. If you're a Trump supporter and you feel like he has been, did unfairly or whatever, let me know. Tanya, recounts are only requested in the states where Trump lost. Exactly. Recounting, and not by the machines. We're talking about by hand now. By hand. And far as I'm reading and seeing on the news, it didn't matter. Even if it was a few hundred or even maybe a couple thousand that was incorrect, it still didn't change the majority of the thousands and thousands of yeses for Biden. So what is that about, really? I mean, and talk to me. Talk to me. Good morning, Sunshine. How are you? Good. I need to know what you guys think. And then the last topic is Thanksgiving plans. Are you going anywhere? What are you doing? Are you staying at home for Thanksgiving? Are you, because of the COVID spikes and the what do you think about this vaccine? That's interesting. Some people are saying, well, the vaccine's right around the corner, so I'm going to start back doing the traveling thing and going out and doing whatever. Because of the vaccine being out now, well, it's said to be out soon, but still, people are saying, okay, now there's a glimmer of hope. So they're traveling. So I want to know what you guys are going to do for Thanksgiving. So if you're just now tuning into the show, good morning, and welcome to the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. And we just discussed the 3 red hot topics, and I will briefly go over the 3 again. Red hot topic number 1, we're still counting votes. What are your thoughts about that? Red hot topic number 2, Trump is not leaving. What do you think about him refusing to leave the office? And last but not least, do you have Thanksgiving plans? And if you do they involve a plane or a train or your car? Are you traveling or are you staying at home? Now, remember, this show is all about you. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to hear. I'm trying to basically make sure your voice is heard. This is what this show is all about. So let it go, relax, and talk to me while we sip our coffee and our tea. That's what we're all about. I'm open. Sunshine, how can you be that evil and not accept defeat? He just thinks he can overpower everything. He had his term. It's over. God has spoken. I understand what you're saying. I agree what you're saying. Even though a lot of people don't believe that it was done justly. It's still over. It's the process has happened. Like for instance, for me personally, I think they cheated Stacey Abrams. And Stacey Abrams did a recount, or I think she did a recount. Yeah, I think she did. And she still lost. And she said, okay, fine. Okay, so now Donald Trump is saying, okay, I want to recount in the states that pretty much had a majority of Biden. Okay, so that's where we are with Trump. He's saying, okay, if I lost, I want to make sure I lost legitimately. So that's why he's still fighting. But, hi, honey, how are you? Good morning to you, my love. Sunshine, God has spoken. Let the church say amen. And not just, the people have spoken. The people pretty much voted, put their votes in, and that's it. It's been counted, it's been done. But the thing is, President Trump thinks that it was unfair. That's why we're still doing this. And unfortunately, Biden can't start working. He can't start doing what he needs to do. Tanya, what if the losing team of the World Series, Super Bowl, NBA championship, etc., refused to leave the field or the arena? That's good. That would be ridiculous, right? Well, this is totally ridiculous. I agree. It's totally ridiculous. Can we do the recount of the votes while he's moving? Can we do that? Can he just like start moving? Good morning, Tony. How are you? Now that's what I'm talking about. Right. So can we recount in these particular states while you go to the house or while you're packing to leave? We can still continue to count. Okay, Trump supporters, I really want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think about what he's doing. Do you think this is right? Every other president before him lost or lost, and they have packed up and they have left. Okay, do you guys think he's a sore loser? They said he's cutting up. They said he is having temper tantrums like a child. And I sip my tea on that one. What do you guys think? I mean, it's over. You need to accept defeat. Your team lost. Man, that reminds me. Did you guys read about the mega march that the Trump supporters did in, what was that, DC? Did you guys hear about that? I saw it on the news and I couldn't believe that they sort of tried to take the title of the Million Man March and say the mega march or something like that. Why would you really think of something else? Think of another title. Don't try to take what was done by a million black men and twist it and mess that up like that. That was foul. It really was. And then when I saw on the news that they shifted gears and started really showing the fact that they were attacked, and I'm like, so you didn't know that the reason why they formulated that particular march was to attack. Okay, let me calm down. Good morning, Sean. How are you? He will be the only president since 1992 to not have been reelected. I think he is hurt by that. He is hurt. He is crushed. He is upset. He is a mess. He is a mess. But like they say, Donald Trump does not accept failure well. Donald Trump does not accept a loss well. He does not. And some might think that that's a good trait. But everybody fails at something. You just have to pick it up and keep going. Tanya, imagine if he had won, he would be taunting, bragging, boasting, roasting, and everything in between. You better believe that. Oh my gosh. If Donald Trump would have won, and you see me do this here, you see me raising my cup and drinking my coffee. Because that would have been a mess. A capital MESS, mess. Imagine if he would have. I'm saying it would have been horrible. Horrible. I mean, I want to hear from those who voted for Trump. If I'm wrong, if I'm not being fair, let me know. I'm willing to hear your point of view. I promise. I'm willing to listen. I want to hear how you feel about the president that you voted in. First of all, doing recounts where he lost heavily, and then on top of that, after the election, you won't leave. You won't leave. And just remember, let's say you have a rental property and you're renting it to a renter, and you evicted that renter. And that renter is telling you he's not going anywhere. What would you do? Would you call the police? What would you do? Would you tell the renter that you have to recount his rent money because you could be wrong? You might be $50 short. He could have paid his rent. So let me recount. Come on. If that renter refused to leave and you have evicted that person, gave that person 30 days. Alicia, good morning. Ha ha ha, he's acting like a squatter. Oh man. It's ugly. It's ugly. And y'all look, America is not the only one that's seeing this. This is the world. The world is seeing our former president refusing to leave. How does that look good? Come on. How is that? Y'all, how is that right? I'm open. Good morning to you. Good morning. You had me laughing this morning. Good morning to you. I mean, we are the number one place that people want to live, that people want to. I mean, come on. They said this is the best country in the world. And look, he's not. How do we look? How do we look? Seriously, I just need your point of view. I just need your point of view. I really do. I really want to hear what you have to say about that. I promise. I really want to hear. If you voted for Trump, you don't even have to say that you did. I just want you to say to me how you think that looks. Because I'm telling you right now, if that was President Obama refusing to leave the White House after he lost the election, they would have put SWAT in there. They would have called the National Guard to get that black man and his family out of that White House. I'm just saying, you guys, come on. Alicia, do we think we will have to take military action? I just said that. Now, really, if that would have been President Obama, they would have called National Guard. You guys, come on. You know this would not be happening. Sunshine, yes, acting like a big kid. He sent one state $3 million to recount votes. No, that's a dangerous trait, acting like a kid. How old is he? We have to pray he gets out fast before he does more harm. Are you sure about the $3 million to recount? I haven't heard that. Sunshine, where you get that information? Where you get that from? I haven't heard that. Because was it in a form of funding? Was it a form of funding the state or funding the staff to that's I don't know if that's legal. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Paying a state $3 million to recount. Unless you're paying the folks that's doing it by hand. But that's very interesting. Has anyone else heard that? Wow. Whew. So, Sean, when I consider how close this election was, I'm reminded how badly this country is still undivided. We still live in a very much so yet to be United States. Now, that is a very good point, Sean. That is an excellent point. And let me tell you why. Let's say everything's over. Okay, let's say Donald Trump moves out. Let's say he has moved on. We still have to deal with half of America thinking the way he was thinking. We have to really look at the fact that half of America believed in the immigration laws, believed in the what was it, the Muslim ban, the racial unrest, the riots, I mean, we could go on and on. The coronavirus, the handling of the coronavirus, mask wearing. I mean, we can go on and on. That right there is very, very interesting because we're saying in order to move forward, we have to unify. That's what we're saying. But once again, in order to unify, we're asking that your rights be taken or equality get on the back burner or put on the back burner. because of the fact that America wants to unify. Now, you could look at that however you want to look at that, but let's really be honest about this situation. Being unified is basically saying your equality, your rights, your fight for what you believe is right, that has to be put on the back burner. So now your agenda, your platform is now on the back end because America's trying to move forward in unity. Now, when you look at it like that, that sounds like the way the Trump supporters are thinking. They're thinking that their rights are being violated and put on the back burner because America's trying to unify, because that's what the Democrats want to do. That's interesting. Gary, in order to unify, you have to have a level playing field. Equality is the impetus to unity. Good point. Very, very good point. In order for you to unify, you have to start off with a level playing field. Now let's play with that a little bit. Who's to say when the level is equal? Who's to say when the playing field is now fair across the board? Black people, African American people, are saying that it's uneven. And we can show you stats, we can show you whatever you want to see. We can show you that it's unequal. But in the eyes of the haves, they feel like it's level because their field is open to all to get. They feel like if you want to make money, you can make money. What is it? Pull yourself up from your bootstraps, is what they say. Sean, my issue is not so much 45, but rather the system that would allow for someone like him to lead our country. Very interesting. 45 speaks for many people on this in this country who thinks just like him. While 45 may be gone, we have a much deeper issue now in that this election exposed so much about how we are as a country. I totally agree. This is my question, Sean, and this is my question for the viewers. Now that it has been exposed, now that we saw it, now that we have dived head first in it, what do you do? Do you continue to fight? Or do you stop and say, okay, we're trying to unify? We're trying to do what's right. But who's to say that's wrong or right? We are seriously, people, in a pickle, to be honest with you. Because not only are we dealing with COVID, we're dealing with the economy, and we're dealing with racial unrest. So our new president has to deal with all three topics at the same time, if you ask me. Because how are you going to deal with the virus if the racial unrest is going on or injustice is going on? How are you going to deal with the virus? How are you going to deal with the economy if there's still a tremendous gap between the haves and the have-nots. So you actually have to tackle all of this at the same time. This is really going to be hard. I'm dead serious. Sean, that's why the term racial reconciliation doesn't work. We were never conciled in the first place. Well, yeah, we never were. I mean, we've never been on an equal playing field. You're right. A first step could be reparations for Black and brown people. Okay, now they were talking about reparations to make sure we get on an equal playing field. Let's say they do give reparations. What do you think we're going to do with that? What do you do with the reparations? And is it money? Reparations can mean, okay, free college for all African Americans. Free college. You can go to college for free. Or okay, every Black business owner or wannabe business owner, entrepreneur gets $100,000, start your business. That's reparations. 40 acres and a mule. You get some land, you get some houses. I don't know. But will that equal out everything? How will that equal out everything if the systems, once again, I don't care how rich you are, you still have systems. I don't care how poor you are, you're still a part of a system. So, reparations or not, you're going to have to deal with the system. So, there you go. I think I answered my own question. In order to reconcile everything, in order to get everything on the level playing field, in order to knock those three huge things, start chopping them down, is to get rid of the system and create a new one. Now, who's going to create the new one? Who's going to do that? Isn't that interesting? And then I take a sip. Woo! So, my viewers, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. What are you going to do? Are you going to travel? Sean, Tanya, Sunshine, what are you guys going to do for Thanksgiving? Let me know. It's a lot of traveling going on. And believe it or not, I know in the earlier part of the year, flights were dirt cheap. They was trying to get everybody. They were trying to get everyone on a plane. It was like $45, $60 to fly. Guess what? That's not the case anymore. Prices are right back where they used to be. You know why? Because people are flying. People are flying. They're just putting the mask on, they're staying safe, they're hand sanitizer. All of that. Flying is back in business. Airlines, everybody, back. Tanisha, no traveling. We will be home. Yeah, a lot of people have decided to do that very thing. I also read that people are doing like a Thanksgiving Zoom. Like, you are doing this Zoom call and you have all your family members on Zoom and y'all are talking, having a good time, eating a Zoom. And then I also read that there's some families that's having small gatherings. They call it Friendsgiving instead of Thanksgiving. So a lot of friends are coming over. But surprisingly enough, I saw on the news the other day, one lady had a personal doctor or physician to come to her home and give everyone a COVID-19 test. So everyone at her, invited to her Thanksgiving, her party, her gathering, had to do a test. So this physician basically came to the house and tested everyone. Everyone. And each test cost that person maybe $290. And then they said groups or have a discount of some sort. Yeah, there's an echo. Okay, so Sean, yeah, maybe, yes, get rid of the system, but also give Black and brown people real power and voice at the table. Now, if you're going to redo the system, that's a good thought. If you're going to redo the system, make sure all parties are at the table. All parties. That would be a good thing. That would be fair. I'm home in Philly. We go on lockdown tomorrow. We aren't allowed to travel, gather, or anything. Oh, wow. Really? Is that a hot spot? That's wow. Well, we have to deal with that, unfortunately. We have to really deal with that. So, you know what? I was just thinking that a lot of families, Thanksgiving Zoom sounds great. A lot of families are doing that. I thought it was a cool idea too. So, it might work. It might work to some people. And you have to get really used to that Zoom because when you think about it, there's a lag time in the Zoom. So you have to really be careful, because sometimes you can be talking and then your family's like, huh? Because they're hearing you, but then there's a 2-second delay or some sort. But other than that, I mean, I would say, you have to do what you have to do now. You just really have to do exactly what you have to do. But I'm just really curious on what everyone is doing. I just want to hear from you. Let me know what your plans are. What else do you guys going on? I really want to maybe jump on Thanksgiving and just peek and say hello. That would be cool. I don't know if you guys even want to tune in or anything like that because Thursday is Thanksgiving, and I don't want to have a show and everyone's celebrating their Thanksgiving. Ooh, and then I'm trying to get a show in. That would be weird. So I don't want to do that. But you guys let me know if you guys would be interested in just, maybe having a 30-minute show versus an hour. I could do that. I could do that. I wouldn't mind at all. But I mean, other than that, there's a lot of traveling going on. It's back. It's back. It is back in business. But I'm really curious on who's actually deciding to get in their car and travel. And I'm talking about miles. I'm talking about some serious traveling because of the scare of COVID on the plane. Who's doing that kind of traveling? Like 8 hours, maybe 3 hours. I mean, not three, but 30 hours. I mean, who would do that? What do you guys think about that? And some people just get an RV and travel like that. What does that sound? I mean, how does that sound? An RV sounds fun. The whole family getting in the RV. You don't have to worry about anybody touching you or whatever the case may be, like you would a plane. But I was also told that Delta is still leaving one of the side, I guess the middle seat open because they're still trying to distance the people on the plane. So, what do you guys think about that? But American is right back to where it used to be. Americans loading up the American airline, still loading up the planes. And what about Christmas? Do you think everything will be changed by then? What do you think? Hmm. I'm I'm I don't know. Christmas, I hope something will change. Maybe something. Oh man, what do you guys think? I'm curious. Man. Okay, hold one moment. Let me plug something in. Just 1 month. Ah, I'm back. Thank you. I was like, okay, what's going on? I'm going dim here. Okay. All right. So I know that some of you are new to the show that have tuned in a little later than usual. So I'm going to go over just a few of the red hot topics again, welcoming you to the show. Those of you who jumped on a little later, we are usually on at 10 o'clock. So if you're tuning in now, welcome. Good morning to you. And I want to go over the three topics again. The first topic is we're still counting votes. What do you think about that? And the second red hot topic is Trump is not leaving. What do you think about that? President Trump is not leaving, former President Trump. And then thirdly, of course, we were talking about the Thanksgiving plans probably when you tuned in. So, I mean, the very beginning of the red hot topics was counting the ballots. Georgia is still in the running, in the race, and we're still going to, get out there because it's not over for us. We're trying to put two people in the seats that are detrimental to making the decisions for the new president. And of course, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, you want your two people in there. So, with all that being said, we got to get out and vote. Knowing that, some people say, hey, I've already voted, I'm done. No, you're not. It's not done because these people did not hit the 50% mark. So that's the reason why it's a rerun. I mean, not a rerun, but they're running again. They have to redo the votes in order for one of those candidates to get over 50%. So we are not done, people. We're not done. And these two seats, I hear, and with my understanding, are very crucial. So we have to get out there. You can request the ballot if you want to, get it mailed in. You can request that, or you can be like me and physically go vote again because it's our duty, it's our right, it's our voice. We need to make it happen. Sean, yes, this is my first time viewing the show. I'm enjoying it. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now, usually I don't like pause in the middle of the show to do anything with my computer, but I wanted to make sure that I am still on because the light sort of, anyway, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And one thing about the show is, we are runoff. Thank you, baby. That's it. A runoff. One thing about this show is we're honest, we're just, we're true. We're not, my goal is not to change your mind about anything. My goal is just to get your voice out there, to basically understand what you think and understand why you're thinking the way you're thinking, and to make sure you have a platform. Good morning, Annette. Good to see you. So that's my whole goal. I want to hear from you guys. And we don't do he say, she say type things. We don't do, what's the latest on Hollywood business. We don't do that. We talk about real issues on this show. We talk about what's going on in our nation, in the world, in our city, our state, our town. And that's what I do. It's like that's what I'm interested in. Tanya, important dates to know. November 18th, first day for submitting U.S. Senate, state and local runoff absentee ballots. December the 7th, voter registration deadline for U.S. Senate runoff, Friday before election. But because of the holiday, it may go through December 14th. First day of early voting in the U.S. Senate, state, and local election, January 5th. U.S. Senate, state, and local runoff election day on January 5th. There will also be an additional runoff for Georgia District 4 Public Safety Commissioner. Thank you, Miss Tanya Howard Hall, with those dates and that information. And you guys, please go to my page, go to ATR, All Things Relevant, and see these dates and these uh, particular titled elections so you can know what you're voting for and who you're voting for. Thank you so much. I love information. I love it, love it, love it. Good morning, Kaya. How are you? This is definitely one of my favorite shows. Oh my gosh. Do you know you have made my day? Do you know you have made my week? No, 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 no. Do you know you have made my year? Thank you so much. I started the show in March when the lockdown happened. And I was sitting at the house and I was just like, everyone is at home. Everyone is on lockdown. And social media was on fire. And it was on fire with crazy stuff to me. And I said, you know what? Maybe I should start just conversing on social media and just see what people want to talk about. Just see what is going on in people's life. Because at the time, it was really scary because it never happened. We've never had a year like 2020 ever. So just to be sane, sometimes you have to just step out of the house. You had to just go ride around the block or something because everything was shut down. And that's when I started the show. And lo and behold, it just really caught on. And I love that it did because mainly it was just me and whoever decided to say something to me. And that's what it is. It's me and you. If you want to sit down and have a conversation and drink some coffee or some tea, that's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. We're just talking and having a conversation. That's it. Henrietta, thank you so much. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. So I just thank everyone that tunes in to me every Thursday morning. Central Time is 9 o'clock. Eastern Time is 10 o'clock. I have a fan base that's Central as well as Eastern, and I'm thankful for all of it. I really, really am. Tanisha, your show is how I get to hear a different spin on what's happening. Thank you. And it really is. It's just a different spin on everything because everyone has their own opinion. And I want to hear your opinion because everyone has one. And I'm not going to say that's wrong or that's right. I just want to hear what you have to say. And I'm grateful. I'm really, really grateful. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone. Even the ones that are secretly watching but not saying anything. Good morning to you too. I wish you would jump in. I mean, hey, everyone else does. So you might as well too. Tanya, important dates to know. November 18th, first day for submitting U.S. Senate. Okay, we're putting that up again. Okay. Okay, so just put it on my page in the comments, and that'll be awesome. So people can just check that out and know what's what and know when it's happening. That would be awesome. So I want to basically give you guys that have tuned in a little later than usual a chance to, chime in on the three red hot topics before we go. If you don't know what we were talking about, one, still counting. Georgia is the reason why we're still counting. Number two, Trump still won't leave the White House. And then number three, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? But it looks like that we are almost running out of time. So I want to last but not least give a conclusion. So I guess the conclusion for all of this to wrap it up would be we're still counting because we want everyone's voice to be heard. And whether that is on the left or the right, we still want your voice to be heard. And to know that a lot of people, the majority of the people, well, not the majority, but half of America thinks that this one process has been tainted in any way is frightening. But that's what they think. So to take that in consideration, that's the reason for the recounting and recounting by hand because they feel like it has been tainted. So America is known for its democracy, right? It's known for its just fairness. So we want to be fair to everyone, but all at the same time, we do have to get moving. We have to go forward. We really, really do. Sean, how can we support you and learn more about your work? I'm grateful for your platform. As one who does podcasts, I find this show to be really refreshing. Well, thank you. Um, with that being said, you can definitely support me by tuning in on Thursday. And I will have more information about me as well as the show pretty soon. Matter of fact, stay tuned. Maybe about a couple of weeks from now, I will formulate a website, and you can find me on every social media platform. And Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. I'm on everything. So if you like my point of view, you like what I'm talking about, you can definitely follow me on any of those social media platforms. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And dealing with President Trump not leaving the White House, I just feel like you really have to, like I said, we have to go forward. We have to keep moving forward. Whew. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning in today to the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. I want to wish you and your family a very, very happy, merry Thanksgiving. And maybe, maybe, maybe I'll log on. I'll let you know. Thanks again. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.